So let's go ahead and quickly. Anyway, for starting, we need to get a machine. So let's go and get a machine from AWS. Okay, let me pause the recording. I'll actually start the recording once I get into the. Yes, here we go. So let us first of all start by creating some branches, and then we should try to merge them. So as of now, if I do a sorry, let me create the do a git in it first. So let me create a folder called local depot. Okay. And over there, right, so let me go ahead and let me do a git in it. Okay, I'll do certain things. I'll just create a file very quickly. Okay, so sorry. All right, so I've got a readme.md file over here. That is typically, the file that usually people start with, just to get their first commit done, and then they actually start working basically. Anyway, so we got this file. I'm going to basically go ahead and do a commit over here. So git and git commit with message of initial commit. That's it. Fine. So if you go for git log, you'll find out this has been done, right? So we are on the master branch. Git branch should give us the sorry. Git branch should give us the branch information. Guys, just mute yourself in case you're not talking. Okay. So now let us go ahead and just create a new branch, right? So how do you create a new branch? What is the command for that? Anybody who had attended yesterday? Can anybody tell me how do you create a new branch? Anyone?
Git add branch.
No, not git add branch. It is just git branch and then the branch name, right? So git branch and then write the name of the branch. So let's create a branch with the name, for example, feature one. Okay, that is our branch name, feature one. I told you, right? We create new features in different branches and then ultimately put them back into the master branch, right? So let's say feature one. So let me do a git checkout to feature one, right? So it came to the feature one branch. Right now, this will also have the readme.md, right? Okay. So, all right. Now, at this point of time, what I want to do, say, I want to create a new file. Okay. I want to, let's say, for example, okay, let us go back to our, okay, let us go back to our master branch only. That will be a better example as of now. Okay. So let's say we are sitting in the master branch. In the master branch, we already have an a readme file over here. So let us create our first file. For example, someone is writing, let's say Java code, okay? I mean, just I'll write down .java. Ultimately, I'll not write any Java code inside that. Just to make it a little bit more realistic. Let us say someone is writing a Java code, okay, or a C code, fine. So they are writing something like this, let's say. Uh, okay, so now we know C code ends with C dot C basically, just like text ends with dot text, C ends with dot C, Java ends with dot Java, just like that. Okay, so let's say someone has written a code and the file name is code1 dot C. Okay, and inside the text they're writing is, let's say, uh, I'll just write down something like code line one, okay, code line two, code line three, code line four. This is absolutely not a valid C program. I'm not even trying to do that. I'm just calling it code1.c. Okay, programming does not look like just simple text. A lot of things are there. Okay, so I have a code1.c, and so now what I do, let's say I have got fine. So now I have this code1.c, and I create another feature branch again, another feature branch. At this point, remember, feature one was created when there was only readme file. I'm now creating feature two. So this code1.c will also be copied into feature two. right? Feature 2, right? So let's kind of try to track what is happening. I will be opening up a I'm opening up the K write, and I shall be write the things so that you can track what is happening. So as of now, what we did, we have a master branch, right? So the master branch had okay, we have three branches as well: master branch, feature, sorry, feature one, and feature two. Okay, these three branches we have as of now. Now our master branch had a readme.md file. So after that, I had branched out this one, right? So I have created the branch. The first thing I did in master was to create a readme.md. I created the branch feature one, right? This is what I did after that. I'll make it bigger so that I can give a little spacing between the steps. Okay, I did this. So this happened here. We had got our readme.md, right? That came into picture as soon as I branched it out. Then what I did, then I created a code1.c. Okay, Acha, this will not actually come to feature 2. I'm so sorry, I didn't commit it. Okay, so this feature 2 was not exactly what I was expecting it to be. So let's just dump this branch, forget about this, I'll create feature 3. Okay, what I want to do is that I first want to commit this. So let us go ahead and let's commit it. So git add or just put a dot and then write git commit code1.c and write a message with the name that the first code added. Okay, right. So now go for creating a new branch. Git branch. Okay, feature. Let's say 3, for example. All right. So now this makes sense. So instead of feature 2, just forget about feature 2. Let's call it feature 3. So code1.c I had, which I committed, and then I again went for branching out to feature 3. Okay. So now in feature 3, what happened? We got the readme also from here, right? We got the readme.md from here, as well as we got this code1.c from here. Sorry, I wrote it in a wrong place. This is the commit time that will be stored over here. The actual time of commit, it will not come over here. It will be here only, right? Because the commit time does not change, even though you're branching out later. And here you will find out code1.c will come up. Okay. As soon as you feature it, as soon as you branch it out, this will come up. So now this is the situation right now. Okay. Now what I want to do, see, I want to, now let's say in this feature 3, I want to create a new file. Okay. So I'm planning to go for a new file over here in this one, feature 3. And the name of the file will be code2.c. So new line of code I'm writing. Okay. A new code file I'm creating. Okay. Once I've done that, all right, forget about feature 3. I'm going to use it for a different purpose. Let's see, here I'm creating another file called code2.c. Okay, write this. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, and then what we shall do, we shall merge it with master, right? So here merging will happen between, so merging between master and feature 1. Okay. This is the event that we are trying to make done over there. Once we do so, we should be able to see that on the feature branch, now readme was already there, that will stay there. Along with that, code1.c was there, that will be there, but the new code2.c that has been created in feature 1, that will also come and sit over here. Okay, this is the purpose. You're merging, so you are copying whatever is there onto this branch. This will happen once we have merged between master and feature 1. Okay, so I kept this feature 3 for a separate purpose. Let it be there. So as of now, let's consider on master and feature 1. Okay, so you've got master, you've got feature 1. So let's go into feature one. Okay, and let us do an ls. So on master, if I do an ls right now, I'll see code1.c is there, readme.md. If I go to feature one, and there I do an ls, you will only find readme.md. There is no code1.c over here, right? So the code file has not got copied because we branched it out previous to we actually prepared the code. But let's say here we are creating a new code with the name code2.c. Okay, and we are writing um, this is code 2 line 1. Okay, something like this. This is code 2 line 2. This is code 2 line 3. Okay, and we are stopping it over here, and we're going for a commit. All right, so git add and git commit. What we're writing, what we are writing, we're writing that code to development completed. Okay, what happened over here? Oh, I forgot to write m. Right, it is done. So right now, if we do an ls, you'll find out here code2.c and readme.md is there. So we are right now in the situation where code2.c and readme.md are over here, and here only code1.c and readme.md. Readme.md is anyway the common file. So when I merge, I should be able to see that code1, code2, and readme. These three files are there in branch or master branch, right? So how do you do a merging? It is very easy. Come back to your master branch first. So git checkout master and run a git merge command. Git merge which one? We have to merge feature one, right? Git merge feature one. And typically when you merge, what happens? It will create a new commit. Typically, if there are situations, in this particular situation, the one that we are doing, it will not create a new commit. It will just copy the code to commit inside this one, and that is what we are expecting, right? We are merging, so we are expecting that this commit, and that's why I told that all these three will come back over here. So this commit will be copied over there. But if okay, I'll come to that scenario later. Probably I'll use feature 2 for that. Okay, so I'm writing git merge feature 1, and it is asking to write a message. So the message is merge branch feature 1, right? And what I shall do, I shall go ahead and press enter, or sorry, WQ, and we are done. You can see it is telling that code2.c, right? So this particular file came into picture, 3 insertions, because we had 3 lines in code 2. If you see, code 2 line 1, code 2 line 2, code 2 line 3. So right now, if I do an ls over here on my master, you can find code 1, code 2, and readme. All 3 are there. If you go for a git log, you'll find out that there is a new commit, right? I told you, with the name merge branch feature 1. So this message that it automatically took, which it did not change, it got a message over here, and it ultimately did the merging. Code 2, sorry, feature 1 branch has got nothing changed. From feature 1, it copied the data and put inside master. That is what it has done. Okay, fine.
Uh,
Is the concept clear of merging?
Vishal,
Hmm.
good morning. Can you go a bit up
Okay.
where you did checkout merge comment? Okay, yes, here. Code to dot C pipe 3 plus plus plus. What is this plus 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 mean?
3 insertions.
Okay, so in production, actually, insertions will be done by 3 different person, right?
No, 3 insertions simply means that this file had 3 lines.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay,
So
fine.
Git always considers the number of lines you are writing, not number of characters, but number of lines. Since it considers number of lines, because lines of codes is a measure, right? It always does in the number of lines. So therefore, I mean, how many? If you're adding, let's say, 5 files, and each file has 100 lines, so it will be showing 500 insertions.
Okay. So Vishal, second question coming in my mind is, if git merge feature one is the command, then we have one more command, right, where Like I'm the person who writes some code and I'm planning to merge, then I need a review from other person, like my colleague or some different department. What is that command? Do we
That
have?
that is that you need to you need to add an approver, and that happens on GitHub. On GitHub, you can add an approver for that.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
when you
So
let
that is bit different.
that so when you're trying to actually push this, because ultimately Git is operated on your local machine, and GitHub is the cloud one, right? So that is where everybody is looking at.
Yes.
So this is your local machine what you're doing, but when you push it on GitHub, you can add an approver over there. So once they approves, then only you'll be able to put that file in master. Typically, you
E-
don't have the permission to edit on master by default.
Okay, okay.
All right. So now, so this was one scenario where, if you notice, let me go back to my, where is that? Okay, right. I closed it. Here it is. So let us say, so here the situation was like this, that feature one was already ahead of master, right? And we merged it. Now another scenario can be where master is already ahead of feature one and we are trying to merge feature one. How? Let's say, uh, okay, this time we shall use feature two. So we accidentally had created it, but anyway, it is of very help right now. Let us say instead of feature one, we're using feature two. Now in feature 2 also this guy is not there, right? But anyway, I'll just, for example, I'll create one file with the name code3.c, let's say over here. But just before I go for doing this merging activity, I want to come back over here and create another file with the name code4.c. So my master goes a little ahead of my feature branch. And let me show you the behavior. You'll understand. So anyway, this will come and sit in between only, because the timeline will never be, you cannot go reverse in time, right? I mean, if let's say it happened at 9 o'clock, this happened at 10 o'clock, this happened at 11 o'clock, this happened at 12 o'clock. So when you merge feature 2 onto master, this guy will stay at 11 o'clock only. So it will come in between. This point of time during feature 1, what happened? We had readme and code 1 over here. Code 2 came after that because on time it was later of that one. Just look at the time. So code 1 was committed at 3:47. Code 2 development completed at 3:51. That was done on a different branch. At 3:52, we merged them. So when we merged, ultimately my code 2 came after code 1 because that was the actual time. Git always maintains the history. It preserves the history when you go for running the merge command. There is another command known as rebase. I'll talk about it. In rebase command, what happens? It disrupts the history. It rewrites the history in a particular way, right? In some cases you would probably prefer this one, some cases you might probably prefer that one. That depends on your need, and in most of the cases in fact you'll prefer this one only, merge. Rebase has got a limited usability, but anyway, depending upon your project, sometimes it can be really efficient. Okay, sometimes it can be really efficient. There are certain things that you can, I mean, sometimes you'll feel, okay, fine, I must do a rebase over here. It has been so much messed up. You want to kind of re-sort the stuffs. So that point of time you can go for rebasing, but rebasing, remember, rewrites the history. Once I learn, once we'll see it, we'll understand it how it is doing it. But if it rewrites the history, it is kind of altering the order of the commits, right? So you should be very sure before using rebase, because once you use rebase, there is no coming back. On merge you can figure out, okay, this happened at this point of time, the merging happened. The merging is also noted down as an event, right? So you can figure it out. But rebasing does not create an event. It is a complete restructurization. So we'll talk about it. Achha, as of now, so let us look at this example where feature 2 will have some feature, but already before it goes for a merge, previous to that, master will, I mean, the head will become master, right? The head will sit on master, the global head. Master will be the latest one, and we'll go for a merging of a, this thing to here. The ultimate thing will be the same. You will find out code 1, code 3, and code 4, and readme, these 4 files over here. But just observe the process, because a little different scenario, right? So let us check out to our feature 2. Okay. So if I do an ls, you will find only readme.md is there, nothing else. Achha, as of now on master, okay, we have already done the merging also, right? So code 2 is already there on the master also. This guy has also come into picture, right? Code2.c. In fact, the merge event commit is also there. Merge event commit. That is this one, merge branch feature 1. All these things have been done. Now I'm going to do a code 3 over here and a code 4 I'll come back and do over here. So I have come to my feature 2. Let me create a file with the name code3.c. Okay. Okay. I'm writing that line 1 of code 3, let's say 2 lines of code 3. That's it. And I'll go for doing a comment. Code 3 added. That's it. Nice. So 2 insertions because Ankit, notice this 2 insertion because I wrote 2 lines. Okay.
But if that is the case, then if I'm writing thousands line, then thousands plus will become.
Why are you seeing pluses over there? It is just 1 plus only, right?
But
This is
at top it was 3 times.
that was during merging, right?
Oh, ठीक है. This is coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's a cool thing you told. Yeah, probably. I mean, 500 pluses just scrolling down plus it costs scrolling down for 5 minutes. Lot of pluses. Yeah, that might happen. Typically, what happens when coders write it, they will be having their IDE, integrated development environment. From their ID, typically Git will be integrated. I mean, this local Git you need to know as a DevOps engineer, but typically this part will be done by the developers. You don't need to do it, right? Because developer itself will upload the code in Git. So now when
But
they do, hmm,
Vishal, even if you are using IDE, you
hmm,
will directly
push on GitHub.
push on GitHub. Yeah, you don't use the local Git
The,
repository, right?
yeah, exactly. I'll show you. Hang on a second.
अब
I,
विशाल
uh, uh,
अब हम लोग क्या करते हैं ना ऑफिस में गिट
hmm,
बैश ओपन करते हैं मर्ज करते हैं और उसके
hmm,
बाद फिर सीधे गिटहब में जाके रिव्यू के लिए टीममेट्स को डाल देते हैं वो लोग
hmm.
रिव्यू कर देते हैं दैट्स ऑल
हाँ ठीक है. I mean, whatever process your organization follows, everybody is, more or less it is same, but a little bit here and there happens. I'll show you one process. Hang on a second. Let me go back to my Windows machine. Okay, I'm on the CentOS machine. Wait a second. I'll just change it. Just give me 15 seconds.
Yeah, Ankit, that may be because we are using GitHub directly sending the code there. We don't have the local repository.
possibly I'm not sure
Okay, look at this. This is a Java Spring code basically. So this one, if you see repository master, it is telling. So what happens? You can just go ahead and right click, go to team, and then see from here directly you can go for commit, push to upstream, right? Push to branch master, pull, all these things you can do from here. So this guy is kind of abstracting the thing that you do, right? So when you, let's say you're doing the stuff on Git, this guy is abstracting that. यहाँ से आप कमिट दबा दो तो सीधा जाके वहां बैठ जाए गिटहब में, तो कनेक्टिविटी कर लेनी पड़ती है. देखो डीबीएस वगैरह सारी चीजें मार्जिंग यहाँ से हो जाती है. So typically people will be more using tools for doing stuff, but anyway for our purpose we are learning Git because that is very important. So typically यहाँ से लोग कर देते हैं. You would not always go for doing it from the Git actual console of Git. Fine.
okay
तो ऐसे डायरेक्ट टीम शेयरिंग होती है डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम हियर. अब डिस्कनेक्ट कर दो तो ये गया जो भी है. ओके I'll go back to my actual window. All right. Now okay, let's come over here. So we have let's say added this particular code over here. Okay, so we have added the code 3, but now before going for merge I want to go ahead and I want to create a new event. I mean new sorry, not event, new commit on my that one. Okay, on the master, and then I want to merge this. So I'll check out to the branch master. Okay, so here there should be no there is just code 1 and code 2. Readme, there is no code 3 over here, right? code 3 was there on that branch. So let us go ahead and let us quickly create a new file over here with the name code 4. Okay, cat code 4.c, let's say. So uh, code 4 line 1, code 4, fine, one line only we shall keep, let's say. So we did this, and I'll go for a git add commit, right? Let's say I'm writing code 4 developed. क्या spelling लिख रहा हूँ, developed. Okay, now this has been done. Okay, now once this particular thing is done, so you have done the code 4, you have the code 3 over there. So ls you have code 4, you have 112.4, 3 is there. If you go for a get log, not got log, sorry, get log, you'll find out that. So khatam karo. So this is your merge event at 3:52, and 4:05 we have done the code 4. So in between, at some point of time, code 3 should be there, right? Let's go for a git merge of feature 2, right? Wapas, I forgot to write the message. Anyway, that's fine. You can write that dash m and write the message basically. Okay. So once you have done this thing, let us quickly go ahead and let us try to see that it should enter in between. Okay, that is the idea. So let us go ahead and let us try to. ये देखो दो pluses आए यहाँ पे because two insertions have been done. Typical मतलब I'm expecting, अगर मैंने 5,000 लाइन की कोड लिख दिया ना मैंने, 5,000 stars will come. You will probably keep on scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I don't know. Never tried. I mean, big files nobody does like this. As I showed you, we do through tools. Typically, developers will do through tools. But still, you should always learn the actual thing that is happening behind. So now I'll do an ls. You'll find out all the files are there. And let us go for a git log this point of time. Okay, now see this. After the merge event and between the code 4, in between this thing got added. This is what it's trying to say. When you merge, it keeps the timestamp correct and the history correct. This was done at a previous point of time compared to this, so it will be always kept at a previous point of time compared to this. As simple as that. पहले किया था पहले किया था. And whenever this particular thing is done, you'll get a merge event. So आपको पता होगा, okay, fine, at this point of time the merging happened. So, and you can also see, right, that this feature 2 is over here. Now this line never means that it is coming from feature 2. Okay, make sure you understand this point. Do not think that feature 2 is written over here just because from feature 2 this guy came into picture. It is because feature 2's head is at this point. If I add a new course called code 5 in feature 2, this text will go off from here. Okay, so feature 2's head is here. That is why it is showing over here, nothing else. There is no other reason. Okay, feature 1 is here. Everybody clear so far? Anybody any doubt?
Yeah, yeah. That means, I mean, once we checked out into feature 2 and created code 3, that is what it is showing, right?
Yeah, we went to feature 2, we created code 3, right? And then came back to feature, master, we created code 4 and ultimately did a merge. So this guy came in between because in time it was previous to that. Right? Okay, so it's preserving the timestamp. That's what I was trying to explaining over here. So that is why I showed you both the ways. Once the feature branch is ahead, so the feature branch comes at the latest commit. If the master is ahead, the feature comes as a previous commit. Okay. Whoever is ahead on time, their times are preserved, because this is going to be my main point of discussion when I talk about rebasing. In rebasing, these things might get altered, might or might not. You need to understand the scenarios. And on different scenarios, multiple things happen. In rebasing also, I'll give you both examples. One where this guy is ahead and one this guy is ahead, and you will see different behaviors in both the cases, right? I'm not going to explain you the behaviors right now theoretically. Once you see it, it will be much easier to understand. Okay, so
Fine. I mean, Vishal, I don't know if it is, this is a, I mean, away from the topic, but can you just tell me what is Git, the difference between Git fetch and Git merge?
okay, the difference between git fetch and git merge. When you are doing git merge, you are creating an extra event for merging that you ignore when you do git fetch. this event will not be created. So you are kind of not keeping track of that the particular merging happened. Okay. When you're fetching something, you are fetching the data from another branch into this branch. That is all you are doing. But here you are merging. So your merging means you are kind of copying the entire meta, entire single thing with a new merge event being created. This thing comes as a new version, this merge event, right? This comes with a commit ID.
Mm,
That thing
no,
will not happen in
but
Git merge.
no, no, 1 minute, 1 minute. What I do, I tried this some days ago. Okay,
Okay.
so from GitHub, I cloned a repository. I mean,
Okay.
from a branch, and then
Okay.
somebody have already committed their changes in that branch, and I have to commit mine. So
Okay.
because when the version which I cloned, I mean, I is old, so it says there's a new change happening there in the Git branch. So you have to you cannot upload your changes.
That is
So
called, yeah, exactly.
yeah, so I had to do a Git fetch,
You
which
again have
means
to get it. Yes, exactly. So that's what I'm telling. See,
so
when you get it from somewhere else, you have multiple commands to work with. I have not yet done all those things. Pull and all those things are not yet done. So
okay, okay,
typically,
okay, okay.
you will either go for pulling it, you may go for cloning it, where
Mhm,
pulling and cloning is typically the same when you do it for the very first time.
mhm, mhm,
Very
mhm.
first time when you do pulling, cloning, fetching, everybody has got the same meaning. So when you're fetching from somewhere, that will not create any event, that will not do anything. That is just fetching from somewhere. That's what I told. So you are fetching the data from somewhere, just copying the data from somewhere else. That does not create an event or anything. Now, when I'm trying to upload, I was going to come to that particular point that also has a very beautiful thing that is known as merge conflict. Okay, that also comes into picture because of this reason. Now, let us say I am maintaining my master repository, and let's say Krishna is one guy who has pulled it from here. Ankit has pulled it from here. Let's say Moina has pulled it from here. Sunil pulled it from here. Bhagwan, everybody pulled it from here. Now, at this point of time, Moina made some changes to code1.c. Now, code1.c is with everybody. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say at this particular situation, this repository is pulled by 4 different people, right? So everybody has readme, code1, code2, code3, code4, all the files, all the 5 files. Now, Ankit changes something in code4 in his local, and Krishna Chaitanya changes something in code4 in his local. Nobody cares. I mean, it is on your local, right? There is no conflict, there is nothing. It is like change. It is like, in your own private networks you are playing games, so just go ahead and do it. Nobody cares about it. Once you come to the public domain, which is the GitHub, then the problem comes. Now Ankit commits, or let's say, yeah, Ankit probably commits that particular change on this one, on master. That is what I am maintaining. So now my code for is already updated with Ankit's line. Okay. Now Krishna Chaitanya is trying to commit his changes. But when he is committing his changes, now let's say in this code 4, Ankit has added a line, code by Ankit, for example. There was line 1, line 2, line 3, and then the fourth line Ankit has added the code by Ankit. And when Krishna Chaitanya has the copy, he also has line 1, line 2, line 3. He goes and writes that code by Krishna. Now the point is, when you push this thing particular over here on GitHub, how do you think GitHub is going to understand whether it needs to keep the Ankit's line or Krishna's line? Because when you are making some change, I told you change is all about deletion and insertion. But the file that you are playing with, that file never had this line. It is not that you deleted and you deleted Ankit's name and put your own name. That is fine. But this file never even had this particular line. If you notice, whenever you go for a commit, I'll show you this. You'll understand. Uh, where have I run any commit command somewhere? Um, this was a comment. This was a comment, right?
Super.
So, so when I do the comment, okay, I'm trying to find out. It's very difficult to find out in the screen. Hang on a second. I'm trying to find out a particular thing over here. Code for developed. अच्छा रुको मैं करके दिखाता हूँ. You will understand. Let us say I have got code1.c, or let's say code4.c, right? Code4 is over here. Let me change something in the code4. Okay, so I'll just kind of cat code4.c, and I'll write down something over here. Okay. मैंने कर दिया. So right now if you open up code4.c, you will find out that it has got 2 lines. I just appended this line over here. So there is a change, there is an insertion. If I go for, let's say, going for this one, what do you call it? Commit. So if I go for kind of git add and git commit of, let's say, no, change in code 4. Now look at this. When I do it, acha. Okay, I'm not finding that particular message I'm trying to show you. Hang on a second. That is probably because we just did a merge previous to that. Let me add another line and try it out. And let me go for a git add. Okay, and go for a git commit. Okay, now I'm not saying the message that I'm looking for, but typically what happens, I mean, you can understand if I tell you. Okay, every commit is coming with the hash. Now the commit, now when you first time took it out of the master, and Ankit also first time took it out of the master, Krishna also did it. Now Krishna took on a commit hash, let's say 001, for example. It typically will be hexadecimal, but I'm just simplifying it. Let's say on 001, it was the commit ID. When forked it or cloned it, pulled it, whatever you did. And this guy also did on 001, that guy also did on 001. Now, two guys did on 001. Ankit changed something, already the version that is over there is 002. So from 001, it became 002 when Ankit sent it back to GitHub. So there is always from which version to which version a history goes on. So 0012 it became 002. You will find out that 001 was earlier, now it becomes 002. Okay, but so if there has to be some other change, it has to be from 002 to something else, right? It cannot be from 001 to 003. That will not make sense. But what Krishna has with him himself, and he has done a lot of stuffs on that, that is what, that is 001 only, and he has changed it, he has called it 003, let's say, for example, and now he is trying to merge it over there, or kind of push it back over there. So when he's trying to do a git push at that particular point of time, you don't even need to go to GitHub. On local Git also you can see these kind of issues. But anyway, let's say you're trying to do a git push at that point of time. Now 002, that line was written in 002. Um, that channel is not being created with your ones. I mean, there's no linkage from 001 to 002. It came. There was a linkage. There was no line, and a new line was added that developed by Ankit. But now it comes to 003, so it should be like developed by Ankit was written there, which has been changed to developed by Krishna. But it cannot be that nothing was there and that was added. So that is getting the point, right? So that is not exactly, the linkage is not happening. So it will tell that right now when you're trying to upload your code on GitHub, but unfortunately there has been already some changes on GitHub. So you have to first get those changes with yourself. On top of it, you need to do your change and then you need to send it back so that GitHub can actually track the change. You get from nothing to it become Ankit, and from Ankit it become Krishna. It shouldn't be from nothing it become Ankit, and suddenly out of nowhere it become Krishna. It should follow the change. Getting the point? That is why it asks you to do a fetch, pull, all these things. They do not create an event. They just copy the data. As I told you last time also, when the first I told you, they copy the data. They do not create an event because you are just getting the data with yourself. You will probably do something and create your own event or your own commit. Clear? Was this point understandable?
Yes, yes, yes.
पक्का ना? Okay,
हाँ.
because I'm not very sure कितना समझ में आया. Did everybody understand the point, or anybody having any doubt on this idea what I told? Because it is an extremely practical scenario. It happens every single time, most of the time, right? Anybody any doubt? Did everybody get it? If you have not, I'll re-explain it. Please tell me, because this is a good point that has come up.
Can you please explain me once in a short?
Okay. So, okay.
So my question is like I will explain what is my doubt. For example, the same code, for example, two persons saved in their local system, and afterwards they want to merge it in the master directory.
That is called merge conflict. That was exactly the next topic I was going to explain you over here. This thing is known as merge conflict. When you're
Okay.
merging and there is the same code file, two people have changed it, and there
Yes.
is merge conflict. Exactly. So let's get into that. Okay. Other than that, anybody any other question?
Oh no.
Vishal, how long it will take?
How long it will take? I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. Let me see.
ठीक है, कल का टॉपिक क्या है? मैं बस निकलूंगा, मेरा टाइम हो रहा है इसलिए।
कल का टॉपिक, कल क्लास नहीं है, कल संक्रांति के लिए छुट्टी होगी।
हाँ,
बट परसों से, अच्छा परसों से आप लोगों की टाइमिंग हो जाएगी मॉर्निंग 8 o'clock.
ओके।
It will be from morning 8 to 10. Okay, I mean 8 to 10, 8 to 9, 30 to 10, whatever. तो ऐसा हो जाएगा। तो सुबह 8 बजे से हम बैठेंगे फ्रॉम, क्या कहते हैं उसको, थर्सडे, राइट? तो कल संक्रांति आ गई है बीच में, तो कल की क्लास नहीं हो पाएगी।
कौन से टॉपिक कवर करेंगे वेडनेसडे?
थर्सडे,
हाँ, थर्सडे।
थर्सडे को कवर करूंगा। गिट, आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग टू फिनिश ऑफ गिट टुडे, सो थर्सडे से जेनकिंस स्टार्ट होगा।
ठीक है, ओके, ठीक है।
Cool. आपको ऑफिस निकलना है, राइट?
हाँ, निकलना है 10 मिनट्स में इसलिए।
ठीक है, कूल कूल कूल।
ओके,
कोई नहीं,
बाय।
आपका उस दिन से 8 to 10 हो जाएगा, तो आपका ये एडजस्ट हो जाएगा।
हाँ, ठीक है, चलेगा।
Fine. So, mhm. So now let's get into merge conflict. Now see, it is exactly what Sunil told. So if in one branch, one guy has worked with one file, in other branch also the same file is there, and it was forked earlier, not forked, sorry, it was branched earlier. So the new change, let's say two branch, one is Sunil, one is Bhagavan. Now Sunil changed something on code one, Bhagavan changed something on code one. Sunil didn't have the copy of Bhagavan's changes, or Bhagavan didn't have the copy of Sunil's changes. Now they are both trying to merge over there. Probably one guy already merged earlier, the second guy is trying, whatever, whoever tries earlier, but there is bound to be a collision, because once again the same problem will appear. Exactly जो बात मैंने बताई कृष्ण चैतन्य को GitHub के साथ हो रहा है, वही आप छोटे इसमें देखोगे तो आपके ब्रांचों के बीच में हो रहा है. Are you getting the point? It is exactly the same thing. It is happening within branches right now. This collision is happening, and that point of time it was happening with like the master. I mean GitHub में किसी ने पहले upload कर दिया. So you are kind of, oh, I have who has uploaded over there? My God, I don't have that code. Again, I have to fetch it and I have to kind of do the stuff and send it back. Similarly, in a small scope, if you see, multiple branches are there. On one branch you change it, on another branch someone else changes something, and both are trying to merge in the master. Same thing, right? More or less the similar kind of a thing. Are you getting the point that both of them are similar kind of a thing? Are you understanding this? Yes.
Yes, yes.
So I mean, just make sure that, see, these commands. One thing I'll try to tell over here, because I've seen these things many a times. In DevOps, never think about the commands I'm writing. All these commands are available on Google. At the end of every session, I'm copying and I'm pasting the commands in your whatever notepad or whatever it is. So you can watch the video, you'll get all the commands. You can just play it once and write it down. So there are a lot of ways you can get it. Do not get into the trap of figuring out, oh, this command, okay, this command, okay, this command. No, commands you will understand. It takes a little time to get habituated. Probably you can maintain just a cheat sheet with yourself. In fact, there is a git cheat sheet over there. You can just search on here, right? So there's something called git cheat sheet. So you'll find out all the commands written over there. Yeah, see, Atlassian. Okay, it is from GitHub only. See, github.com. Training kit, GitHub, git cheat sheet. Just, I'll give you this link. I'll put this link on Zoom chat, so you can just have this with yourself. So you have this things. So do not fall in the trap of thinking that command K user, which command was that, and don't get into that. Understand the big picture, because DevOps is all about a big concept. Today, whatever tools I'm teaching you, probably 6 months, 1 year, not exactly, but maybe down the line it changes it. All the tools get replaced by some other tools. So if you focus on one particular thing and one particular day, it will not work out. Understand the concept. DevOps is all about the concept of how you can do things, because there are n number of ways you can do DevOps. The particular pipeline structure that we shall be building, once you have learned about Jenkins, Dockers, all those things, we might end up using a different kind of a structure also. We may do that if we want to. So it is not, nothing is 100% that this is the only way to go. There are multiple ways to go. So the only thing I want you to do is understand the big picture. Okay, every single time understand the big picture. If you understand the big picture and do not understand, even if you understand 0% of the commands, that's still okay. But if you understand all the commands but you miss to understand the picture, it becomes very difficult. Understand the picture, the comments are anyway getting recorded over here. Okay, so that's just one suggestion I thought I'll give you. Okay, because earlier it has happened with me. Some people will come up and they're like, we learned all the commands, all those things, but okay, but how are you deciding on this? you are not still get, after let's say attending 1 month or 2 months of dev, 1 month, 1.5 months of DevOps session, still if you someone is not getting the picture, that means he had not paid the attention where exactly where he needed to do it. Okay, so sometimes people fall in this trap. In case you feel that you are doing that, don't do it. Okay. So see now, what we are trying to do. So we have one branch in the master. So right now let us go and let us check out what is happening in which branch. So I am on the master branch. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all of them. So I'll play with a new file called code 5, which will be prepared in feature 1 also, feature 2 also. Okay, in feature 1 also will create code 5. Feature 2 also will create code 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do it. Let us say I'm checking out to feature 1. Okay, so right now I'm pretty sure I'm in master. Yes, or let's say I'll do one thing in order to just make it a very clean. I'll create 2 new branches right now. Okay, and I'll call them branch 1 and branch 2 just to exclude this word feature because I've already seen it enough times. I'll call it branch 1 and branch 2. Branch 1 will also have the copy of the entire thing that you are seeing over here. Branch 2 will also have the copy because right now I'm branching. All of them will get the entire thing. On branch 1 I'll change code 4. On branch 2 also I'll change code 4. Okay, that is what I'm going to do. So let me create 2 branches. Does anybody over here know how you can create a branch and check out to that in one single command? Anyone? Create a branch and check out to it.
Git branch name -b.
Not branch name. Git checkout branch name -b. Git checkout b branch name. This one. So you write checkout, but just put a -p in between and then write down the branch name. So you create it and check out over there. Okay, like this. See, switch to a new branch called branch 1. So it created and it checked out. So in one line it is done. Achha. Now here I will be, so I have created this particular thing, but anyway, this was a bad decision because I was not exactly trying to check out. I have to come back to my master because I want to create another branch. Okay. So, or maybe I can do it later also. That's fine. So right now I'm in branch 1. So if I do ls, all the files are there. I'm going to change code 4. Again, I'll go back to master after this. I've changed this, and again I'll take from master only and change something else over there. So let me edit code 4. Right. So I'll open up, let's say, NPI reader, just to give it a little bit of more respect. This particular code. Okay. Even though it is a terrible code, but still let's just give it some respect. Okay. I'm going to write down that this is being edited on branch 1. Okay, that is the line I'm adding over here. I deleted 2 lines, I added 1 line, right? So it is kind of -2 + 1. That's what has happened. So let's go for a git add commit, right? The message of editing code 4 on branch 1. Okay, done. So -2 + 1, as I told you. Let us get back to our so we have already changed this over here, but this change is not reflecting on master yet because it is not merged. Let's get back to merge and master and create another branch which will be getting the older data only, and then we shall be changing there also something. Okay, so let's come back to master. Sorry, master. It's extremely easy to solve this problem, but just see how to do it, right? It's just you need to know it. It is just one line solution, that's it. But anyway, so here once again I'm going to go for a check out branch 1, sorry, branch 2 this point of time, and here also you'll find out all these things. Let me open up the code4.c, and we have these lines. So here I'm not going to delete anything. I'm going to do a just add it over there. This is branch 2 edit of code 4, like that. Oh, what was that? Okay, so let's go for git add and ultimately git commit with a message of the same thing. I'll write what I wrote over here. Okay, just change it to b2. That's it. Editing code 4 on b2. Nice. So now you got the point, right? So this guy, so one person can merge the very beginning. The first merging will have no problem because the first merging is fine. The second one will have the problem. So let us get back to master. And let's go for, okay, so we are in master. Let's go ahead and let us try to run the first merge command with branch one. So git merge, okay, branch one. Let's do it. Look at this. Updating happened. Fast for, I'll explain you what happened over here, right? Fast forward happened, and this thing happened, and there has been no new merge event created. Now this is something very interesting. Let me explain you why. Okay. Merge event always doesn't get created. There are some specific cases when merge event, there are some specific cases when merge event does not get created. Okay, mostly it does. Okay, now see this thing. Change in code for, again, this was done on master, right? I was just trying to get this thing, this message, but this didn't come up because we are adding a new file. Had we just edited something or something come up? Now see, this is becoming a merge on the same file. Typically there are multiple kinds of merges, right? Multiple kinds means, just think about it. One kind of merge can be where you have a new file, and another kind of merge can be where the older file, that file was already there, it is the updated version of it. The till so far, whatever merge we have done, in all the merges we had a new file associated that is coming up from somewhere, right? Which will 100% create a merge event at every particular situation. At every situation, if it is coming as a new file, whether your feature is ahead of your master or feature is behind your master, we saw both the situations, right? Feature one was ahead of master, and in case of feature two, master was ahead of feature two when the merging happened, right? So in both the cases, I mean, just see here, when feature one merging happened, so it was the master at that point of time. It was feature one at that point of time. You can see feature one is still sitting over there. We didn't change it yet. It is still sitting over here. So feature one was ahead of it. It created a merge because it was involving a new file. When it did the feature two merging, our master was ahead of it, feature was behind it, but still there was a new file associated on this particular merge. It created a merge event. If there is a new file associated, it will 100% create a merge event, no matter who is ahead and who is behind of whom. But in case there is just an update taking place, okay, in case there is just an update taking place and your feature has already gone ahead of your master, it will not create any event, merge event. Merge event will still be created had your master been ahead of your feature. Let's say after this, once again a new commit has happened in master, then merge event would have created. But if it is the same file and your feature is ahead of your master, it does not create any merge event. The only situation when it does not create any merge event. Okay. Okay. So you can see editing code for on V1, right? This thing happened, and this particular thing. Now comes the actual problem. Now if I try to put it over there, this connection, this is the link I was telling, that this was the previous commit, see 9C4E22 and DE4EC50 is this commit. So there is a linkage that this was the parent of this. The left hand side guy was a parent of this. Means after this thing happened. If you roll back one step, you end up being over here. From here also you need to figure out what was the previous linkage like that. If I now allow, if get now allows the other file to be added, it is kind of going against this linkage policy. Because for the other file also the parent is this guy only. Correct? Just go back and look the comment. So this is your, let's go back to branch one. Okay, so this is the thing, get branch one, go over here. Oh sorry, get checkout branch one, sorry. Just look at this particular thing. Okay, if we go there and if we do a git log, okay, so a lot of things, but anyway, come up, see this 9C4E22 was a parent of DE4EC50, and that is what has happened in our master also, right? Hey, no, this is master only, I think. Where is the other one? Huh, here, right? Huh. Anyway, so the same thing will happen, but I was showing you in a wrong place. 9C, 4E, 22C is a parent of, I mean, the whichever one it is generating of is called a parent. That's it. It is a parent commit. So the child commit is this one, DE, 4E, C50. This is perfectly fine, and the linkage is also working. Now, if we go to, let's say, the other branch, that is the get checkout to the branch 2, and I go for a get log, okay? I just come back, see this. Once again, it is 9C, 4E22C, and the parent is A. Sorry, there is the parent and the child is A9. अब एक बाप का दो बेटा possible नहीं होता है GitHub पे, ये समझ के चलो. One parent cannot have two child because there has to be a linkage. If you see one parent has two child, then kind of your branch is getting divided. That is impossible, right? Are you getting the point that this linkage is impossible to create? From this one, whether Git goes to this one or it goes to that DEC50 whatever. So Git will be completely confused on this situation. Are you clear on this particular part? Yes, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
समझ में आया? Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Because this is a very cool situation, that not cool at all, but anyway, I kind of like it. So all these things, if you see previously, everything was perfect, one after another, but here it became a problem. This guy is telling that I want, when I get merged to master, I want this commit to come after 9C4E22, and that guy is telling when I get to master, I want to claim the DEC50, that particular commit to come after. Now whichever guy does it first, he wins the race basically. But that guy won the race. Now what does this guy do? He will just leave the company and leave out of the project, is it? No, he will be facing a merge conflict. He will be solving the merge conflict and ultimately finishing it off. Now see, what is a possible way of solving the merge conflict? Well, whatever code that the other guy has edited, you should not ignore that code. Just allow that code to be there, and then also have your own. And then if you want to delete it, go ahead and delete it. Just, but at least for the first time, just have it over there so that the linkage can be created. Because now if you just have it over there, what code he written, what he has written, do you need to copy the code from him? No, you don't need to do it. It will help you out about that. But somehow you just need to get in your file that code once put over there. Then you delete it. That's fine. So if you just have it once over there and you create another commit after deleting it, then what is happening? The linkage creation is possible. So then what will happen? Already the DEC50, that that commit has been done. This one D4EC50, this commit. So this commit is change will be already put on your file, and which will be considered as got deleted, right? So whatever change was done in DEC50, that got deleted in your commit. That kind of a picture you can project. Otherwise you cannot project that. It will feel like, okay, what is happening? Everybody is coming from this one. So you just need to put yourself after this, by copying this guy's line into your code and removing it. So you just add and remove just to maintain the formality. That's it. This is how you. So just let's first see the merge conflict anyway. So I'll just clear it off completely. Let's go to master branch back. Okay, let's go for a git merge. What is that called? Branch 2. You find out merge conflict in code 4.c. Automatic merge failed. Fix the conflicts first and then commit the result. Okay, let us see what is the situation of code 4 over here on the master. Okay, here it goes. This equal to these things we did not write, right? This equal to and this greater than less than signs. This equal to is known as, remember this thing, it is known as a center of merge. Sorry, center of conflict. This is known as the center of conflict. Exactly over there the conflict happened. Branch 1, so this line was fine. Nobody had a problem with this. So this was the entire conflict. and this is called the center of conflict. Means on top of it, it is by one guy. On bottom of it, it is by another guy. Center does not mean that 4 lines are there. It should put in two. No, nothing like that. So if that was the case, you would have put in between these two. No, center of conflict means what this guy did and what that guy did. You were just putting it over there, right? How do we do this commit? Okay, fine. Hang on over there. Let us go to branch 2 and let us see if some changes have been happened over there. Let's go to branch 2 quickly. See, code 4.c needs merge. You need to resolve your current index first. It has locked branch 2. What is the fix? Well, it is very easy to do the fixing. Open up, code 4.c. Okay, just open up code 4.c. Okay, and after opening it up, you will find out all these things are coming. You just need to delete what that guy did. So we do not want to keep the this one, right? So this was the first change that was done. So you just want to delete that. Just go and delete it. That's it. Delete these extra lines and delete what he has done. So that is what I told. You need to copy it over there and just delete it so that it can link that, okay, this line came and this line was deleted. Done.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
You can't just go ahead and delete the changes when what somebody else has done, right? Even that would mean something.
No, absolutely not. The previous commit is already there. That change has already been committed once. When you are putting your file, there you are changing it. That commit is not being lost. That is already there, right?
Okay, so
The,
copy of that and this both are maintained.
the DEC 50 has already been committed on master.
Okay.
After that, when this AC 93 or whatever it was, when this one tries to go over there, it has to showcase as if it is changing from DEC 50 wala commit, whatever it was there. That is why it gets the code over here and it asks you to remove it. Okay, you want to keep it, you keep it. Now what is the problem? I mean, that is also a good thing. Let's say you are a Java coder, you are writing 5 functions, someone is writing another 10 functions, so you want to keep all the 15 functions. Go over there, it will automatically copy. You just remove the this greater than, less than signs, head and branch name, and the equal to signs. That's it. The rest of the part stays. Okay, clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. So here I deleted it, but if I wanted to persist his change also, which in some cases you want, in fact, in many cases you want, you just delete those markers. Okay, fine. Let's just quit it. Let's say, for example, okay, I'll just quit it. Okay, I'll come back. I'm not changing anything. Let's come back over again. So let's say I want to keep his changes also, my changes also, because let's say both are required for my project. Okay, so I'll just keep this one. I'll just delete the markers. That's it. Got it. I'll just delete the markers. Okay, done. That's it. Clear? So you're keeping his code also, your code also. If that's what you want, you can do. Or if you want just your code to be there, you can delete his line, because it is very, you don't need to remember what he wrote, because it is very cleanly being marked. This section is his, this is yours. Keep whichever you want to keep. Okay, or both. See, this is also working. So now I'll just going for a new commit over here. Okay. So acha, check the status first. Okay. It says both modified. Okay. Both modified. Let's go for git add, git commit with the message solved a conflict on code 4, kept both. Done. Check the git log and find out what is happening. Okay. So this was the okay, which one was the original one? 9C4E22, right? This is the original. From there we got the DEC50. We got the A9A, right? We got it along with the new event for solving the merge conflict. So branch 2 is also not getting disturbed. Whatever in branch 2 solely was written, that only stays there. I mean, branch 1's, that part is not being copied in this copy of code 4. On the master copy of code 4, it is being changed. Okay, clear now, guys? Anybody any doubt on this?
Sir, can you please show me the master code?
Sure. Why not? Look at it. Are look at it. Yeah, here you go. So branch one, branch branch one, branch two. Both of them, their changes are kept.
Yeah.
Right? I could have deleted one guy's change also, but as Moina suggested, which is actually a good thing. I mean, typically, why would you want to delete some other developer's code? I mean, that's just so bad. Okay, so everything remains, right, and it is a clean. So just to make sure you can establish the linkage with the previous one, you need to do it. Right? It cannot be one guy, two children. It is like if one father and two children is there, it cannot be like that. It has to be like grandparent, parent, and child. That is how it has to be represented.
Okay. Okay. If in case, for example, here two codes are written, both
Hmm.
are we kept it in a code 4.
Hmm.
For the next further this thing updation
Hmm.
for the next guy, which one will he will prefer for the branch 1 or branch 2?
And I didn't go get the point. Come again. Tell me.
For example, in the code 4, both are kept, correct?
Yes. So see,
Yeah.
initially, both the branch one person and the branch two person, both the people, they edited the code 4 only. Okay.
Okay.
So both of them edited code 4, and that is why the problem came into place. Right. So we kept both the changes in code 4. What this guy edited, what that guy, both of them. Right.
Okay.
Oh, your question is done. I mean, what was the question actually?
Actually, my question is for the further, for example, if in case he want to update for the code 5, for the third person has come, and if he sees this code, how he will get to know all these things, these two code situations?
No, if someone is trying to work on a different code called code 5, then there is no problem. But typically, see what happens, you create a branch, and branches are called feature branches. So you, as I was explaining yesterday, so you create a feature. Once the feature is complete, then only you come back. So probably you're not going to touch your branch 1 and branch 2 anymore. So later you want to work on this particular code, you will branch out again. So when you branch out again from master, you will get all these things, right? Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
If you branch out again from master, now if you branch out, branching out means what? All the history is copied, right? So the entire thing will be copied. So the latest version of this one only someone right now trying to branch out will get. Just see this thing. Let's say if I just go for a git uh, checkout B, I'm creating a new branch with the name branch 3, for example. Now over here, if I go and if I kind of open up code 4, I'll see the entire thing, right? The entire thing is coming up.
Okay.
So now any development happens, that will happen on top of this. So the older thing is never lost. And that is the main promise of Git, right? That version control, you never lose anything unless you actually want to. But see, Moina, notice one thing. Even if this guy wanted to lose the data, even if I deleted it, still it was preserving the older data. I mean, this commit was still being preserved. So at no
But if
point you are losing
somebody
it.
pulls the data, you will not get the previous one. I would get the second committed file, right?
Sorry.
If somebody is pulling the file,
Hmm.
I would get the second committed file, not what the first developer had done.
Okay, in that way, you are trying to say that his
Yeah,
changes are not being pulled if it is being pulled,
yeah.
right?
So
Yeah,
it will be like the entire definition is changed. So
maybe. I mean, yeah, that depends. I mean, typically, this master branch kind of stuffs will be done by the approver. If the approver believes that that change does not need to persist, he might delete it, okay, during merging. Let's assume that 4 different developers are given a task that okay, you do it individually. Everybody, you create a branch, you give it. You are the approver, so kind of everybody sends it. So you decide which one you keep. Maybe one guy you have already merged one just to see how it is working out. Probably you don't want to do it directly on master, you do it on another separate branch you create for your testing purpose. You get it from everybody and you merge it over there. You check it out, this one doesn't work. The other guy's code you want to merge, that guy, once you start one, just you hit on merge, it gives you a conflict. You go ahead and delete the previous guy's code, you keep just the other guy's code, just to figure out that one, another one, right? So I mean, we have the flexibilities, it depends on what you want to do, right? But yes, when it is a coding perspective, you would probably like to not delete the functionalities written by the other developers. So just keep it, delete the markers, and you're good to go. Right? Okay. Everybody clear? Anybody any doubt?
Hello, Vishal.
Tell me. Are Naveen, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
When did you join?
Lately at 9 o'clock.
Oh, 9 o'clock itself. Great, great. Tell me.
Yeah. Now we created branch 3, right?
We created a what?
Now we created branch 3, and some X person has changed in code 4.
In
Hello.
code 3, someone has changed in code 4, okay?
Okay. Whatever the changes he made, it will be appear in branch 2
No.
in code 4.
Each branch is individual.
Okay.
Each branch is individually self-sufficient and they can work by themselves. Once you come to merge with someone else, then only this kind of conflicts will happen. But typically, one branch change will never go and sit in the other branch. The other guy will never even know that the other branch is being changed.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Fine. So, you guys are still having enough patience or time?
Yes, I have.
Okay. All right.
For me also.
So, I'll show the rebasing part once. What I'll do, I will just get out of all these things because a lot of things have been over there. So I'll just delete the local repo completely. I'll create it once again, initialize Git once again, just to make sure that we don't get lot of branches and a lot of things over here. The merging part is clear. Let's delete this one and keep it as merge only. I mean, start once again. That's it. So I'll just come out. Okay.
Sir, if you want, you can take 1 or 2 minutes break, then you can come back.
Yeah, actually, I think I'll do that. Everybody is having time. Acha, guys, just tell me what is your, I mean, what is the typical office times, people?
12.
Mine,
I didn't get from anybody. Three is
12. 12.
12 o'clock.
yeah.
Right. So I'll do one thing actually. Okay, I'll delete the local repo anyway. So I'll just delete it. Right. Just deleted it. So I will no, yeah. So give me a break for 5 minutes. I'll go have a cup of tea and come back. That's fine.
Yeah,
Sure,
sure,
sure.
sure.
I'll pause the recording. I'll pause the mic.
Yeah, sure.
But if you people want, you can interact among yourselves if there is some doubt or something. Okay. Just get, I just it is 10:22. I'll definitely start by 10:30. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Starting recording. Nice. So let us go ahead and let us quickly create a new repository over here. I'll just call it once again local repo. Kind of I like this name. Okay. Now here I'm going to do git init and done. Okay. Great. So now I want to create. So I have a master brush. Let me start by creating my readme file. Let's say, or maybe just file one something. Anything is fine. So okay. Let's create. Let's say for example file one. So I'm going to create. So see, let's keep it very simple. And we'll understand by example. This point of time, I'm not going to tell you in beforehand what's going to happen, but once you see, you'll understand. But understand, we're going to disrupt the history over here. Okay. So how the branches are sorted, that will change. I'll show you two scenarios, then you will understand that how it is working out. Okay. It is called rebasing. Now, okay, what I want to do, see, the first I want to create a new file. Let's say I'm creating one, file one. Okay, I'm not writing any extension, just creating file one. Okay, I'm saying that this is file one. Okay, created on master. Done. This is done. So I'm going to go for a git add and git commit with the message of you know, file one on master. That's it. Right. Done. So once this is done, so then what we shall do, we shall go for okay. So we'll go for, let's say, let's create another file. Okay. Let's create another file. Basically, I want a commit, so I can either change this file or I can create a new file. Anything is fine. I just want a commit over here. So let's go for file two, and let's go ahead and let's write down that this is file two created on master. All right, I'm saving it. I'll go for another commit over here. I mean, sorry, adding and committing over here. Commit with the message, let's say, file 2 on master, right? Okay, great. So now once this is done, what we're going to do, so we have this thing, and now I want to basically branch out of this particular thing. Okay, I want to create one single branch. If we need more, we'll see, but as of now, let's go for one single branch. So I'm creating a branch with the name, let's say branch 1 is fine, branch 1. Okay, so create a new branch called branch 1. Over here, if you see the ls, you'll find out all these files are there, file 1 and file 2. Let us quickly go ahead and let us create a new file, file 3 over here. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So we'll create a new file, the name file 3. Now see this, and to call it like cat file 3. I'm going to write it down like this is file 3 created on branch 1. Okay, I'm going to save this particular thing with the commit, get add and get commit. Okay, message. Now write down that file 3 on let's say branch 1, right? So this is one. I'll create another file, just 2 files over here also, with a file 4, let's say, right? This is file 4 created on branch 1. Okay, save it, add it, and ultimately going for doing a comment with it with the message that file 4 on branch 1, right? That's, oh, what is this? What am I supposed to do here? Okay. Oh, okay, fine. This is single code. Okay, cool. It's waiting for the single code to be completed, basically. Anyway, fine. Good, it is done. So now we have got 2 comments over here, 2 comments over there. Let's clear it off. So we're pretty much okay with the scenario situation as of now. Not scenario, sorry. Situation on there on our master we have got file 1, file 2. On branch 1 you got file 3, file 4. Basically file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4, right? And to go to the master back, and I want to create another one file with the name file 5. Okay, I'm going back to the master. Okay, and to create a file with the name file 5. Okay. File 5. Write down this is file 5 on master. Come out of it, do a add and do a git commit. Okay, now you're writing down that file 5 on master. Okay. That's it, done. I am okay with one file, right? Now on master I have file 1, file 2, file 5. Okay, I'll just clear the screen and do it. On master I have file 1, file 2, file 5, and on that one, you know, I have file 1, file 2, file 3, and file 4. Right, let me go for a git rebase branch 1. Okay, if you press enter, after this a rewinding head to replay your work on top of it. Okay. See what happened basically. If I now go to get log, okay, look at it. So what happened? It took in the in this order. File 1 came first, file 2 came first, okay, file 3, file 4, file 5 in the exact order without any merge event, even though there were 2 new files that came into the picture. Okay, there were 2 new files that came into the picture. There was, I think I already had told this thing when I was doing the merging. There will be no new merge event created. In merge, what happens? It creates a merge event whenever there is a new file associated, irrespective of who is ahead. But here what it did not create the merge event. Okay, it did not create the merge event. We just kept it over there. In case you do not, you don't understand one thing. Okay, that will be even more clear. Actually, what it has done, see, okay, it will be more clear with this example. See, so right now we have got our this one master. We have got file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4, file 5. Okay, and another branch we have is our that branch, the feature branch, the branch 1, right? branch 1, right? So here you can see, if I do an ls, we have got file 1, file 2, file 2. So actually what it has done, it has put everything from this branch first and then everything from this branch basically, which is file 5. Now since file 1 and file 2 was common in both the places, that is why it is feeling like that the file 3 and file 4 has been put within the file 1, file 2 and file 5 on history. Actually what it has done, it has taken all these files from here and then all the files from here. So of course the extra file was file 5. That is what it has done. In order to prove this, what I shall do, I shall once again go ahead and I shall once again branch out from my this one, okay, this branch, okay. Let's say let's not play on master, let's play on this one. The effect is same. I just want to play on this branch so that I can show you that you can branch out of a other branch. I mean, from branch 1 also you can create a branch and you can merge back to branch 1, or you can rebase back to merge on. All these things you can do. It is not that only from master you can do it. Technically you can do it from any branch, even though typically we do it from the master. So let us, just to prove the point, let us branch it out from branch 1 itself, okay. So I am right now checked out at branch 1. I'm going to write down git branch, or it's a git checkout b branch 1 underscore 1. So it is branch 1 from branch 1, okay. So see this thing, switch to a new branch. If I do an ls, you will find out file 1, file 2. So it is definitely not coming from master. Had you branched out from master, you would have got file 5 also. You now branch from branch 1, so I called it branch 1 1, okay. We got these things. Now let us say I'm adding a new file with the name file 1 1 over here, okay. I'm going to create a new file with the name file 1 1, okay, file 1 1, okay. I'm going to call it file 1 1, okay. I'm not really worrying about the thing that is within it. I'm going to get add, okay. I'm going to create another file. Let me create both of them together. That is file 1 underscore 2, okay. And then what I'm doing, I'm writing file 1 underscore 2, and I'm going for a control C. I'm going to add both of them together, okay. I'm going to commit both of them together. Now I wanted one commit at a time. Hang on a second. Let me remove file 2 from the staging area, right? How do we remove one thing from the staging area? See, you'll find out the command in case you forget over here. Git restore staged, okay. So I'll just run this command, git restore stage. I want to move file 1 1 out of the staging area, okay. File 1 underscore 1. If I do that and you see the git status right now, what has happened? This guy is only added to the stage, this guy is not, okay. If I go for a git commit right now, the message file 1 underscore 2, let's say, okay. So it just committed this file. This file is still not committed, okay. So let me, if I show you the git status, you'll understand. This guy is still over there. So now I'm going to add this. I want to do the 2 separate commits. That was the reason I did it, okay. So I staged it initially with the dot. Dot will stage everybody. So I unstaged one particular file, and now I'm going to stage it once again, which I did by git add, and I'm going to commit it, and I'm going to write down, let's say file 1 underscore 2. Sorry, this is 1, right? That was 2, okay. So now if I have done it, so if you check the git log, you'll find out that I had till this all these big commit messages, file 4 and branch 1 till this point, and then I had file 1 1, file 1 2. These two things has happened. I want to go back to my branch 1, which is the parent for branch 1 1, right? So git checkout branch 1, and to come back over here. Here I want to create one file only, okay. I'll create a file with the name cat, let's say file b1 branch 1. I just want to segregate from these things basically. That is the reason I'm doing it. File b1, write down b1. I want to save it. Going to go for a git add and get commit with the message of let's say b1, okay, or file underscore b1. Now I did this thing last time also, but I'll not just stop over here. I'll again go back to my branch 1 1 and add a new file over there, okay. So what I'll do, I'll again go back to my branch 1 1, So git checkout. Just a second, man. Just wait a second. I'll just mute myself. Get a call. Okay, where is my this thing? Mic. Okay. So I'm checking out to branch 1_1 once again. Okay. And here what I'm doing, again creating a file. So basically what I want to do is that I want a file in between in the timeline. Okay. In between in the history timeline of my commit history. So I have two commits on branch 1 commit on branch 1, again another commit on branch 1. So I just wanted branch 1 to come in between of the commits of branch 1. That is why I did this thing. Okay. So I'll again come over here and I'm going to create a new file, let's say, with the name cat file 1_, let's say 3. Okay. And I'm going to write down something 1_3, save it, and I'm going to do a git add and a git commit. Okay, with the message that file 1_3. Okay, right. So now let us try to do a rebasing. Okay, I'm expecting this thing to work out the way I'm expecting. If it does not, we'll try once again. Okay, let me go back to my git checkout branch 1, right? Over here I come back. On this branch I'm doing a rebase. Okay, on this branch. So I'm going to do a git rebase branch 1_1 and let us see what happens. Okay. Now notice this particular thing. I have already seen it. Rewinding the head to replay your work on top of it, applying file B1. That means file B1 is now considered as a head. Even though we know that file B1 was the commit that was done on branch 1 and that was done in between these two commits. Look at the git log. Okay. So file 1.3, which was ideally supposed to be after file B1, because look at the time, it was 5.16, it is 5.18, but it has added the head on this one. It has changed the history of the commits. File 1 I did, right? Just think what I did actually. I initially created the branch 1 out of branch 1, so that has all the things. Then what I did, I created file 1 and file 1 over there. Then I unstaged file 1 and I by mistake I had written git add dot. So both the files were added in the staged area. I unstaged file 1. I went for a commit for file 1.2 at 5:14:39, and immediately at 5:15:15 I went again for a separate commit for file 1. Then I had come back to my parent branch, which is branch 1, and I had actually added this file called file b1 at 5:16. Then I had gone back to my branch 1 once again, right? And I created the file 1.3 over there. I committed that at 5:18. If I had merged it, you would have expected file B1 to be staying in between of, so 1.2 first, then 1.1, because they were committed in that order. Even though it looks a little odd, 1.1 should have been committed first. But anyway, so 1.2, 1.1, then B1 should have come in picture, then 1.3 should have gone over there, right? But it didn't happen like that. The branch that is getting rebased, okay, branch 1 got rebased with branch 1.1. So branch 1.1 came and sat on branch 1. Now instead of using the merge protocol, we use the rebase protocol. What happened over here? It rewrote the history. It changed the history. It shuffled it. It cannot remove the timestamp. I'm not talking about changing the timestamp. Timestamp will always remain same, but the history of linkage, the linkage was changed. Who is whose parent? Which commit is which commit's parent? That story was changed. So it will take the branch that is being rebased on the top over here. This branch got rebased, right? Branch 1. This was taken on the top. And with whom you are doing the rebasing, that will be taken below it. So one goes on top, one comes below it. The branch that is getting rebased will be on top with whichever branch you are doing this rebasing thing, that will be kept at the bottom. Clear? And it, of course, it does not create any merge event. Are we all clear on this? Yes?
Yes.
Others, can I get a confirmation from everybody, please?
Yes.
Yes, Vishal.
Okay, cool.
This rebasing is only they want to manipulate the timings and the latest files to be on the top of the all above, correct?
Not latest file, I mean, whichever branch is getting rebased, that branch should come on top. So kind of like, matlab, like, okay, that branch wants to get connected to me. No, but I will stay on top. Let that guy go behind me, below me, kind of this. Okay, that's what is happening over here. Okay.
In that case, this, for example, file 1_3 is the latest file, and whichever the latest changes is done on file 3, correct?
File
1_3.
1 is the latest file, but that is still since I mean since that is being rebased onto with that our branch one is getting rebased, right? So branch one will never allow, while rebasing, the other branches files to come on top of it. It will never allow it. It itself will be on top. Whatever other branch is getting merged, that will go below it.
Okay.
Okay? That is what is happening in rebase. Okay, rebasing, sometimes they ask, not always, but it is good to know about it because this exists, right? Achha, one simple thing that I did not show you, which I could have in the very beginning, which I didn't show you, that is how you can pull from another repository. See, let's say if I delete this local repo once again, just to rm rf star, I just put star because only one thing is there. I'll just create a new directory. So mkdir local repo, let's say. Okay. And I want to, I'm initializing a git over here. This is, I mean, now you will feel like this is just so terribly easy. What I want you to do, I wanted to pull some repository. So whatever repository is already there is some data in that. I wanted to pull so that you get all those files so you can start working with it. Right? So that can be done using git clone, git fetch, git pull, but git pull is the one that we shall be using over here. Okay, so see, I'll just log into my repository. So github.com. I'll just take anything. I mean anything is fine, or probably something that I created with you only, right? So I can take that one only. Okay, so let's say hello world or something. Hello world. What is this hello world? Rockstar 108. Okay, fine. Forget about it. Something I created with you, right? Repo morning 8. Let's say this one, right? This guy has got these two. These two things, right? So I want to clone this repository. I want to get this repository. Copy this, right? You can find it here also. Is drop down, say clone or download. You need to copy it. So basically, it is this link followed by .git at the end. Okay, that's what happens. So if you go till the end, array, I cannot go till the end. Here you see it is appended with the text .get, right? So if you just I typically take it from here and just put .get over there. So what you need to do is that you need to go there and it just go ahead and write get pull and the name, the repository. That's it. So you can go for get pull and then paste the name. Okay, press enter. Oh, .get, sorry, .get, yes, and press enter. Done. If you do an ls, you will find out all the files are coming. See, notes on DevOps created from exactly whichever was there. If you see the get log, you'll find out the commit history. See, the first one is 3A45B, second one is 9DOEO, this is AF161. So you will find out exactly these three commits over here also. Right, hit here. See this? Yeah, 3A45BE, 9OEO, whatever, AF161. So these commits are being pulled over here, and you're seeing. So this is what git pull is all about. So this is just one thing I did not tell you at the beginning. I could have, but anyway, I just ignored it. So git pull, right? With git pull, you can pull the code. So the thing that Krishna Chaitanya was telling at that point of time, someone has done something, so you kind of pull back the code once again to make sure that you are updated with them, and then you can just push it back. So this is pulling and pushing. During pulling, you just need to write down the thing, but when you do go for a push, you need to set your upstream. Just because I pulled from the repository does not mean that I can just do a push right now. For pushing, you need to set the upstream and all those things, that -u or double- set upstream, which you will find out in our videos. I have already done it in case you don't remember. So that is already there. and that will continue to be working. Just because you have pulled from somewhere, it does not automatically give you the permission to push back over there. No, you just pulled it. Pushing is, once again, whatever you did earlier, the same thing remains, right? So you can pull from one repository and you can create your own repository, you can push it over there. So take this as a home task. Okay, take this as a home task also, that go to my this one, my repository. It is pretty much easy for you to go to my repository because it is just github.com/sonasonaram. This name is extremely funny to remember, and you have been seeing this name for the last 1.5 months, 2 months, or whatever it is. So you know this name pretty well right now. So just go for github.com/sonasonaram, and then you will find out all my repositories, right? So once you go there, so just this one, right? And go to my this one, you'll find out all the repositories. Go to repositories, you'll find out everything over there. Take any repository as you wish. You can take this one also, ATM repo. Take any repository, set your GitHub, set your Git local Git, pull it over there using Git pull, and push it back to, and create your own repository in your own GitHub account. Create your, because GitHub is free ultimately. I'm expecting that everybody has their GitHub account ready. So just, you know, open up a repository, new repository over here, exactly the way I did it, and push that. So this thing, the data of this repository will be sitting in your repository, whatever your repository's name might be. It does not require the name has to be same. It is kind of anything. You are just kind of copying the data and pasting the data, just like you copy something from somewhere and paste it on a separate place. Just like that, you're getting this data from your to your local, and again you are pushing it back to your repository. Just go ahead and do that. That is one thing that I terribly want you to do, and of course the other things that I have done you will be practicing, right? Because this is very easy, but I have separately shown you pulling and pushing, but I did not combine them too. So that is something that is I am giving on you to do, pulling and pushing together. So you know, and practice these things. That's it. I mean, there is not much thing in Git that you need to know apart from this. When we'll do the Git integration with Jenkins, then we have to know about the keying. I already showed you where to add the keys and all those things, right? SSH key. But anyway, that will come into picture when we try to integrate with Jenkins. Not right now. So the next thing will be Jenkins, which we will be starting. And then you will actually understand that when a developer uploads a code, what do we do with the code in our DevOps pipeline? Because DevOps pipelines start once the code is uploaded to Git. Okay. So we'll start with Jenkins the next day, which will be day after tomorrow. Tomorrow being Sankranti's holiday. Now, so that's it. I mean, enjoy your Sankranti, and remember, it is 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Day after tomorrow onwards, right? So stay over there, and that's it. Go ahead and do a practice. Any doubts, come back to me on that day, right? And are you people doing that Linux thing? I'll stop recording the session. Are you people doing the Linux thing that Mithun was supposed to conduct? That is this thing happening? Are you people up for that?